right, so moving right into our stretching. If you have a desk job, if you drive a car a lot, if you're on your phone a lot, we have a lot of reason to round our shoulders forward. So today is all about opening up our shoulders. And then we're actually going to do some leg stretches as well, as long as we've got some props to use. So move so that you are near, like I said, the couch. You could use a chair. I've got a folding chair that I'm going to use to help demonstrate today. You could even do this in your kitchen with your kitchen counter. So the first thing I want us to look at doing is really opening up the chest. So if you're using a chair, you're going to bring your hands to the back of the chair, slide your hips back as far as you can, and allow your body to rest down. And you can leave your head hang heavy. Really pressing your hips back as much as you can and surrendering down. And when you're ready to come out of this, put a slight little bend in your knees and roll your back up one vertebrae at a time. So if the chair felt a little too low, I have a ballet bar on my wall here at the studio. So same thing, you could do this, like I said, with a kitchen counter. Same idea, is literally walking your feet back and then pressing your hips back, sinking into your shoulders. And then again, slight bend in the knees as you roll your body back up to standing. Roll the shoulders. Maybe you're taking them behind you, opening your heart. The more you work with opening up the chest, the easier it's going to be to do your poses in your photo shoot. So just keep remembering that. In one of the videos, we talk about laying on a foam roller or placing something under the heart and opening and surrendering. If you do that for 5 minutes every morning for 1 week, you will physically see a change in your structure. So keep that in mind if you're looking to open up your chest so that you can come into these poses a little bit easier. You're going to want to do this. I would say, maybe start 2 weeks before your photo shoot and really start to work with it. So when the photographer asks you to be in these poses, you feel totally natural and comfortable there. And then that's going to come across in your pictures and make it even sexier. So another good stretch that you could do is, I'm going to use the chair just so that it's more of a side view, easier for you to see, is again, when you're here, pressing your hips back, sinking down. What if you release one hand down and reach for your opposite ankle? So just reach across the body, getting a little rotation in the spine. Good. Bringing the hand back, switching to the other side. And maybe coming down to your foot's too far away. Maybe your hand's at your knee or your calf. It's all perfect. Just honor yourself with your movement. Good, and come back to center. One more good press through the hips. And again, bend the knees, roll the body up. Turning my chair around. You can do this with a chair or a yoga block. But if you're standing, melting down into a forward fold, put a good bend in your knees, bring your belly to your thighs and surrender down. Allow your head to hang heavy. And just take this stretch right here. Maybe you're going to start to straighten out one leg and then rebend it, straightening the opposite, walking it out, taking it slow and controlled for yourself. Good. Then we're going to rise up halfway with a flat back. So bring your hands to your shins or your knees. Imagine you've got a tray of drinks on your back and you're trying to not have them tip off. So think about that straight, flat back. Drop your chest down and relax your shoulders back. So don't roll them down. Lift up your shoulders. All right, from here, we're going to place our hand, one hand directly underneath our heart, and you can place it up on the chair. Otherwise, if you have more mobility, you can bring it down to the ground. But from here, we're going to take the opposite arm, bend the knee that corresponds to the hand that's on the chair, and then open up this top arm. Lift up your chest as much as you can. So don't just think about lifting the shoulder. Think about lifting your breastbone. How high could you lift your breastbone as you extend your arm up? Make sure you're breathing. Good, rest it down, switching to the other side. So right now I have my right hand on the mat or on the chair. My right knee is going to bend, left leg straight, left arm extends up to the sky. Lift your chest up. How high can you rotate? Good, release, and we're gonna do the same thing again, first side. So left knee bends, left hand presses in, right arm extends. Lift your chest, take that back arm as far as you can. Release and switch. Bend the knee, open up. How far back can you take that top arm? And come back to center. Press the hips out, walk it out. And then roll your back up to standing. Good. So I hope you're starting to feel a little bit mobility in your chest and in your spine. Next, we're going to move on to stretching the legs. You want to make sure that whatever you're working with as a prop is very stable. So I'm going to do a quick demonstration from the chair, but I might choose to use the bar. So depending on how tight your hamstrings are, you might be working with the chair, the seat of the chair, and bringing your foot up and then coming forward. This might be as far as you're going. If you have a little bit more mobility, a little bit more flexibility, maybe you're working with the back of the chair. Bringing your ankle up. Again, make sure you've got a stable prop because you don't want it tipping back at you. And taking this moment, as you come forward, bend at the hip fold. So don't round your shoulders and your back. Keep your chest coming forward, long, straight back as you come into this stretch. Does the stretch change if you point your toes versus flex your foot?